This bar right here is really cool, but do you ever look at that bar actually?
Bro, I don't know how to get rid of it, bro. I tried
Okay,
so
all right,
many times.
we'll get rid of that because this. Oh, never mind. So what the tank can do for this, if you ever do with your friend, he could. There's like hammers on the outside of the room. He can take the mobs to the hammer, and it like slams down on them, and it'll do a lot of their
Oh,
health.
yeah. Oh, that's
So
only
you
boss
want to
mechanic.
now go to the hammer that's closest to the boss. Yeah, back there where that mage is going. Go there, because the thing that tank thing is gonna turn and charge a random player, and you want it to charge under the hammer. Sorry, I don't really like to tell people how to play so much while they're playing. Um,
Yeah, it's fine.
Cause I would hate if someone did that. If I was like trying to play and they were like, do this, no, do this, do this, do this, and they'd just get really annoying.
Yeah.
I'll throw in like little hints here and there, but I don't want to like take over. Ideally, you want to kill it at the bottom of the stairs, but it looks like you're gonna kill it on top of that pack.
Yeah, I don't know.
Don't take portal. No, that's really bad advice. Take the portal
Yeah.
and then leave when you know that they've pulled the mobs outside of the portal. Try to stun the squirrel when it does its AoE thing now.
Which one is the score?
There.
There's not this one.
Yeah. Yeah, you can stun that perfect. And then that saves the group like a lot of panic and a lot of trouble. I think that might have been what they were dying to.
And
Um,
also, I heard is like with certain healers, you only kick one of them because one you can either dispel or decurse. I
yeah,
think.
the crippling pestilence, what he's casting now is a disease. So you can like you have a monk, the monk can cleanse that. Will he? I don't know because it's a windwalker. Um,
Probably
and then
not.
your shaman can decurse the other one. So technically, you could let both go through, but there's nothing else to be kicking right now, so there's no point. You may as well
Yeah.
just stop the damage, right? So your healer
Yeah.
can get some more damage out.
Oh my god.
You just had to take it. You just had to take it. There's nothing.
Wasn't paying attention there.
That's alright. At least you didn't die like the other guy. My tip for this boss is don't be near the edge. You can play so far back. His hitbox is honestly you can be like halfway into the room and still be meleeing him. His hitbox is fucking massive.
Oh, that's Uldora all over again.
Yeah.
What is that?
Open up your character screen for me. Show me your Azurite traits really quick, just so I know. Okay. Uh, Focusing RS vision. Okay, okay, okay. Perfect.
The chest?
Yeah, yeah. Just open up the chest for me, just so I can see the Azurite traits. Can you mouse over the dark transformation or chaotic transformation? Okay, that's what I thought. Thing.
I mean, now I know.
Yeah, now you know. Yeah. Um, you knew where to position here. You went with the mage under the hammer so that if he charged you, he would be under the hammer there. See, you see what I'm saying though about, let me see if I can just go back just a little bit. You get the hammer going by standing under it, but if you stand
Yeah.
like right here, it won't hit you and you can bait it at the same time. Right?
Yeah, that's why I thought. That's why I moved back, so I
Yeah.
didn't trigger it.
Yeah. That's perfect. I'm just gonna skip ahead here. Nothing really happens in this boss fight. Everything was pretty standard. The tank didn't really do the hammer thing properly. And you go here. Um, and now here I noticed that you didn't I-beam on pull either. And at first I thought you were going to, but then I saw you blade dance before you I-beamed. And I was like, maybe it's just waiting for the blade dance reset now, and you just didn't do it, right? You could have gotten so many more I-beam casts out this dungeon if you had just been I-beaming more aggressively.
Yeah.
Because because of how OP meta is, you just want to be in meta as much as possible, and because I-beam puts you in meta, you just want to be using I-beam as much as possible. Right.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I can't remember if you use it here. I think you might.
Yeah, I use. That's why I
Yeah. Yeah.
waited it out on the first mob
Yeah.
because I thought we would do it quicker, but it's fortified, so it's
Yeah.
kind of stupid.
It's tough to tell with random groups like how quickly stuff's gonna die, right? Because you just don't know. So I always say
Yeah.
it's safer to use it on cooldown than it is to like hold it.
Oh yeah, and the fear's unavoidable, right?
Yeah, the fear has to
It's
get
only
dispelled off of you, and the healer's always going to dispel either themselves or the tank, so you're always going to get feared as a DPS. You're running Vision of Perfection, which I think how much? What does it make the cooldown of meta? Is it 3 minutes?
wait a minute. Vision of Perfection, where is it? By 25%, so it is.
If you mouse over the ability, it should tell you.
Yeah, it's 3 minutes.
3 minutes, yeah. So you have your meta here, and I know he's only half HP. Because it lasts so long, you can carry it between pulls.
Yeah, that is a super bad habit. I know that.
Um,
Like
eh,
I could use meta more.
yeah, the more metas you get in a dungeon, like just the more damage you're gonna do, right? Because if you look at it like that, you can get like I don't know, man, math is hard. You can get like what is it, 8 casts? No, more than that because you run vision. You can get like 10 casts off of meta in a dungeon, start to finish. 11 if you count the pre-pull meta. Right? And so the demon hunter that uses meta 11 times is going to be doing much, much more damage than the demon hunter that uses meta like 5 times in a dungeon. And same thing with I-beam. Just generally, the demon hunter who stays in meta more is going to be doing more damage overall, generally speaking. I mean, obviously, like you said, you were saving it for the bigger AOE pack, and that's great. But like I said before, it's hard to time it with randoms because you don't know one how much damage they're going to do. You don't know how quickly the tank's going to pull. Uh, you don't know like how much time there is going to be between pulls. Some groups take a while. Like right now, like the tank could be pulling, and he just kind of wasn't. He stood there for like 3 or 4 seconds, which adds up in time a lot. But yeah, it's just about using the cooldowns a lot more often, right?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
sorry, go on.
What I'm like thinking about meta like the always a boss cooldown,
Yeah,
but it really is not anymore because it's only like 3 minutes, so I can
yeah. Especially in
just throw it out.
fortified weeks when you can just be like throwing it out on trash, and you might get the full duration out of it on a trash pack, right? Depending on the key level and
Yes.
stuff. Um, I noticed I didn't see that you used your cloak at all this dungeon. Do you have it bound?
No.
Okay, so that's something we could look into as well as binding the cloak. Um, and the other thing I noticed, like really late into the dungeon, it was about here. No, no, no. It was after the flower boy. Oh, here, let's go over this because we wiped a few times, and I think there's some stuff we could have done. The thing about Demon Hunter is Demon Hunter's so busted, right? Demon Hunter brings so much to a group. It brings
Yeah.
an AoE stun, a single target stun, a sap that keeps you out of combat. It brings like a ranged interrupt, a purge, a raid cooldown, crazy mobility, the best defensive in the game, in my opinion. Uh,
And
yeah,
also Dispel
yeah, I
on
said the
Horde.
purge, yeah. Okay, so wait, actually, we wanted to rewatch that, didn't we? Because we were like, what the fuck happened to the tank?
Yeah, who went through the portal? I wanna know.
I swear to God, where is the tank right now? Did he die? Did he
Oh,
die?
he's not even there, yeah.
But someone brought him. What the fuck? Okay,
I think
okay.
it was
So
the mage.
tank's there with you now. The tank is there with you now. What happens? Does he get spirit breakered and just fall over? Yeah. Okay. So the tank died. That's just really bad awareness from both of us not realizing that. Um. So the tank died. Your whole group start running. That's good. You just kind of want to kite this boy and just run. The mage is like, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. The mage is running for his damn life. That was a really good, actually, that was a really, really good iris by you because you probably saved the group by killing those things and removing the slow. Um, Now it's just a kiting session with the group. And the thing is, if you notice this has happened, as a demon hunter, you could have probably, uh,
Taunted it.
yeah,
Um,
you had blur on cooldown though, which is, oh no, no, what cooldown is
mm,
that?
That's darkness.
Darkness. Okay, so you had blur up. So yeah, you can taunt it, blur it, and especially if you meta, do you have the lifesteal talent? I forget what it's called.
Yeah, it's usually what you have when you don't have Nether Walk.
Yeah, so the 20% lifesteal while meta's up, plus a 35% damage reduction and 50% dodge, you're living that no problem. Um,
Yeah, I just
this
didn't
guy
know he
starts to
was
go
dead.
through. I saw the fat panda monk boy come in, and I thought that was the tank for some reason. I don't know why. Uh, so anyway, you go out. That's just a mistake. That's just a lack of awareness by both of us, not even realizing the tank was dead. So you die here. That's whatever. Um, we skip ahead. We come back. It happens again though, and this is the one that was like we could have done something about this because everyone was there this time.
Yeah, there he is coming in.
Yeah. So everyone's here. We got a big pull. We know that they're right on top of us as soon as we come out. You wait this time because I guess you're just like extra cautious. You're like, oh fuck, I don't want to do that
Yeah.
again. Uh, you go, and this is the thing again is you could have gotten some sick burst this pull because your meta has been off cooldown now for 6 minutes, which means you already could have gotten 2 meta casts out. You hold meta for
Yeah.
boss, so there's just so many more meta casts we could be getting, which is going to make the dungeon just go so much faster, right? So if you I beam there, blade dance, and then you meta, and then blade dance I beam again, that's so much damage. You are fucking flying, right? You are like carrying that group in damage now. And you see that big AoE going off, we could have Chaos Nova'd that, obviously. If you see an AoE
Yeah.
going off in dungeons and trash packs, the first thing you should always try to do is stun it. Especially as a demon hunter, just throw out your AoE stun. And then you can kind of learn like what you can stun and what you can't, and sort of like what casts to be stunning. So that was a big mistake. Not
Yeah, I
necessarily,
would have saved both.
yeah, not necessarily your fault, right? Like they could have saved themselves by moving out and like just having a bit more care, but they didn't, and you could have saved them by Chaos Novaing. Right, and he just stood in that. I mean, that was a silly mistake by him, but at the end of the day, we could have saved him by stunning the cast, and also with the meta has a stun as well. So if you had meta'd, that also would have been a pull saving. You would have done more damage and saved the pull with the stun, and then you got clipped by that. But by this point, I think the pull dies off anyways because you've lost your healer.
Wait, does it still stun?
Yeah, yeah, not players. Players only get slowed, but
Oh,
but
as a
mobs get
PvP
stunned.
PTSD.
Yeah. So then we go again, and I think this time you Chaos Nova it, and you stun the squirrel, and no one gets hit, and we save the day. Um, I I think I'm talking about Chaos Novaing, and you kind of just randomly do it, but it works out with timing anyways. You were like, I'm just gonna throw it out, but you did stop the
Yeah.
cast, so it worked. Unless you did see the circle, I don't know, but I didn't really see that like circle.
I mean, I see the cast bar from the anti-personal squirrel shit.
Yeah,
So
and
I
that's
just
that's what we want to be stunning. So you stun there, which is good. Saved the group probably because someone was probably gonna stand in it again, and we still haven't used meta.
yeah.
um, do you have any Furious Gaze Azurite traits? I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a lot of haste as well, because when you get the double I beam, you get so much haste for so long. When you I beam, meta I beam.
Yeah, I have two. So it's a lot.
There you go. You got the I beam off. You got the yeah. There you go. Your shaman didn't lust because he's saving it for next dungeon, I guess.
Yeah, it's like my meta. It's his personal meta.
Anyway, I think this boss goes fine. You kill it. I don't think you get hit by anything major. I don't think anything's wrong there. Oh, but that is one thing I wanted to bring up because I actually didn't notice this until now. And I was like, wait, what? How have I not noticed this? This bar right here is really cool. But do you ever look at that bar actually?
Bro, I don't know how to get rid of it, bro. I've tried
Okay,
so
all right,
many times.
we'll get rid of that because I noticed this is like too high up and it's actually blocking your character, and you can't see where your character is standing because of
Yeah,
the
and it
buffs.
also is when I'm looking up or I'm looking down, it's like moving so I can't see
Yeah,
anything.
yeah, and if your camera gets caught on the wall, it like pushes it on top of your character, and your camera's just like blocking your entire character.
Yeah, I
Um,
tried to remove it. I had to do all my ELVUI again because I fucked it all up. And then I was like, yeah, just leave it there, whatever.
are you still logged into WoW right now?
Yeah.
If you go to interface,
Yeah.
and then there should be display,
Yeah.
Or no, I think it's names. I think it's under names, and then it says personal resource display.
No, no, no. It's on here. It's my
Can
name, friendly players, enemy.
can you share your screen
Yeah. Well,
again, and I'll throw it on up there. Whoops, I full screen too early. Give me a sec. Sorry. There we go. Yeah, go to names maybe.
yeah, I went to names. It's only players and.
That is so weird. Um. Okay. Why don't we do this? Why don't you disable ELVUI for just a second, and then reload your UI. No, you don't have to do it like that. Yeah, if you just go to the add-ons and you just turn off ELVUI. You had it. I think it's at the bottom. They do something weird with it to make the E show up at the bottom.
Oh.
Yeah. And then you load in fast as hell because you're not using ELVUI anymore. ELVUI actually makes the game take so much longer to load. I don't know. It's crazy. And then
Yeah,
go back
it's
to the
awesome.
menu I was talking about. Interface, names, personal resource display.
Yeah.
Uncheck that. There you go. And now you can turn ELVUI back on.
Yeah, what is that scam?
Yeah. There you go. There you go. So now your character is no longer being blocked by ELVUI. Um, I think that's about all that I had. I can't really think of anything else that I saw. Just dungeon familiarity stuff. Be more aggressive with the cooldowns. We fixed your UI. And using your cloak. Just if you can just bind that cloak, it's gonna be really nice.
Yeah, I bind it where I had nether locked.
Okay, yeah, that's probably good. And then other than that, you could I think you could quite easily be running 15s. You just got to do the dungeons and practice them and get used to them, but that'll come with time. Um, but yeah, that's all I really had for you. Did you have any like questions or anything?
It's not really, but so about the pillar bosses though,
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know what they do besides like you kite them to a certain place and you just kill them on the
Yeah.
way there. Is that all you do, really?
Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
All right, we'll go through them. We'll go through the pillar bosses. So let's see here. I'm bad at skipping. I don't want to skip too far ahead. All right. So this boy, you can see him, right? You can see him before you even go in. There's two that look exactly like this. One's the fear guy, and one's like the tank boy. This is the fear guy, right? All the fear guy does is spawn 5 ads that you want to kill as quickly as possible because it puts a debuff on your tank, and they really start to hurt. So kill the 5 ads as soon as possible, and then just kill him and don't hit your teammates with like the fear, because it's like the circle under you. So don't stand on
Yeah.
top of your teammates with the fear and fear them as well. That's it. That's it. That's all that guy does. 5 ads, kill him quickly, and then just don't fear other people. If we skip ahead, we skip ahead, we skip ahead. Here's the doggy. Keep skipping. This is the tank buster, which I mean they call him the
Yeah,
tank buster.
we saw it.
Yeah, yeah, he busted some tanks this time around. That's for sure. Uh, he does this big cast. I mean, it's really easy for DPS because you see that circle. You kind of moved your camera, but you see this circle. Just don't stand in that.
Yeah.
You could probably survived it if you blurred it, but I would just save blur for other things. Um, but what he does is he does this cast called. Oh, I'm blanking right now. I'm blanking. I'm sure he one shot someone with it later on. Not Dark Fury. Spirit Breaker. After this cast finishes, the tank gets it does like it does a decent amount of damage to the tank, and then it puts a debuff on the tank that makes them take double damage for 10 seconds. But all the DPS have to do on this boy is just move out of the blue circle, and that's it, and kill the growths on the ground if you really want to, but you don't always have to do that. Cool. Um, where's the next one? Oh yeah, we wiped a few times here. So we kill this guy, we kill the boss. We're in here. This guy, he has I believe it's five tentacles, mind flay tentacles that are around. Could be four. You just kill him, interrupt him, stun him, and then while all that's going on, the boss is dropping these purple pools on the ground. So don't stand in those. Right?
Alright.
So that's pretty easy. And then the last one, the spider. The spider is kind of weird because when you see the 5 ads stacked on top of the boss, you're tempted to just start blasting, right? Like everyone wants to just get their dicks out and wave them around with this pack. Look at this. Like there's 5 mobs. Any DPS player who sees this wants to just go, right? But you're usually better off taking the spider, running it
Just
all the
running.
way to wherever you're going, because these guys are going to detonate. No one has to be in range of them or anything. They just detonate on the way. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So he does two. The spider does 2 casts, so you kind of just want to kick the casts, and then let the scarabs kind of explode. So you just kind of kite the spider till all the scarabs have exploded, or till you got to where you want to go, and then you just kill the boss and interrupt the 2 casts that he rotates between. But that's basically it. Are there any other questions?
No, that was all I had.
Yeah, that's cool. Perfect. So yeah, like I said, you found your cloak, so that's good. We fixed the UI blocking your characters. It's still there. Have you tested it?
I'm testing it. Wait, actually, it's still there.
I don't
But
think so.
it's
No, it's not.
no, it's right there. You see it? Where my blur is, where the text bar is. Wait, well,
I think the text is.
yeah,
Maybe
there it
blocking.
is again.
The
But
status
it's
bar. Oh. No, I think it's gone. Oh, I see. I do see
no,
it. I
there
do
it
see it.
is.
I do
Wait,
see it. Maybe there's one in ELVUI that we have to disable. After you're done that pack. Uh, are you selling boosts right now, or are you just killing this stuff?
no, I'm just trying to finish the quest for the pre-order transmog.
Oh, okay. Uh, let's check if there's an option in ELVUI. Maybe ELVUI has their own little one.
Should usually be in names or nameplates.
Maybe player?
And disable it.
Wait, we'll see what we disabled there, because... How did that work? Oh, it usually only shows up in combat, right? So
No,
we're gonna have to
yeah. So let's just
pull these, yeah, pull those boys. No? I don't know, because on the default UI, we've disabled it now. I don't know what that is.
I think I have it. I think
Oh.
it's gone.
Oh, we got it! Easy. Now you can see your character properly. Good
That
stuff.
transmog to use.
Good stuff.